welcome back to Testing Basics. Thank you very much for watching. Today we're going to be doing flat ankle boots, definitely a cornerstone in any winter footwear wardrobe. I wear my flat ankle boots day in, day out throughout winter. I have already done a Testing Basics on a block-heeled ankle boot, which is definitely easier to transition into evening wear, so I'll leave a link for that in the description box if you're after a bit more of a heel. But as always, I've got 5 here from high street to high end. It's quite a level playing field, this one, because they're all black and they are all leather, so I'm excited to see which ones come out on top when there's so many similarities between them. So let's start with ASOS. These are £60. I think that is so good for black ankle boots and ones that are leather especially. They're really heavy as well, which for some reason I always feel is a good thing in a shoe. I don't know why though, but it kind of makes it feel expensive when it's heavy. These are definitely heavy. They're all leather apart from this section here, which is a fabric so that it stretches and pulls on over your foot. And also this middle panel I don't think is leather, I'm not sure, but it's like a patent, really deep tortoiseshell. And then there's this metal ring here which is entirely decorative, it has no function whatsoever. Definitely a super clumpy shoe, they're so cool. I've been getting a lot of compliments on these when I've worn them. Sizing wise, I went for a size up. I did order my normal size, which is a UK size 7, but my toes were right on the end and it was really just uncomfortable. So I went for a size 8. Ideally a 7.5 is what I would have needed, but they don't do half sizes because the 8 is a little big. My foot does move around in it. As I'll discuss later, it doesn't make it uncomfortable, so it's not necessarily a problem, but bearing in mind that you might find the sizing a bit tricky and you might want to order your normal size and one size up to work out which is going to be best. But yeah, £60 and they look so flipping cool. I really like how these look. So next up we have And Other Stories at £105. These are, I think, reminiscent of a workman's boot. I think it's a combination of the round toe with the heavy tread sole. Definitely gives them a very manly feel. I personally really like it, but these might not be to everybody's taste. They're a really soft leather, definitely softer than the ASOS ones. And again, they just have this fabric panel here so that you can pull this on over your foot along with the tab at the back. Even though it's quite a tall boot, you can still get it on and off really easily despite it not having a zip, so don't worry about that. They're also the most practical out of all the ones that I have here today. They look good and practical, so definitely a bit of a winner there. These do not slip at all. I've got like a vinyl effect wood floor thing. I don't really know what the material is, but on the other ones I could kind of slide my foot along the floor if I wanted to, but these just does not budge one bit. So it's going to be great in the depths of winter if we get any like snowy, icy days, but equally on like wet leaves around this time of year. Just a bit more practical, I think, which is never a bad thing. I got size 40 in these, they fit true to size. When you try them on, they do feel like toe pushers again, but I still recommend sticking with your own size because this leather is really soft and gives beautifully, so your normal size will be fine. It will give out a little bit and you'll have a bit of space. Next up from there is Uquay. These were £145. These are perhaps my favourite looking ones out of all the pairs of shoes we have here. They're very reminiscent of Gucci boots, especially with this, only the Gucci ones are a big, I think they're like a snake or something like that, but it's definitely kind of ripping off Gucci a little bit. But it's the shape of them more than anything that I absolutely love. The shape down the length of the foot is not a point, it's not a square toe, it's almost like an almond toe, slightly squared off but super elegant. Has this seam running down the top of the shoe as well, which I just absolutely love. There is something just so classic and sophisticated about these shoes, and it really is all in the little details. Again, as you can see by the way I'm doing this, the leather is so beautifully soft, it just is going to give in the most amazing way. These are the only pair actually, yeah, the only pair with a zip down the side, so whether that's something you look for in a boot, personally it doesn't bother me. They have a bit of a heel, but I hope you let me off and class this as a flat, because I class this as a flat. It's not really a heel, it's like, it must be just over an inch that. So I still class these as flats. And yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. I think they're incredible. True to size, I went for a size 7, a European 40, and they fit perfectly. Up from Uquay we have Kurt Geiger London. These have been very kindly sent to me from Kurt Geiger, so thank you very much. These are £199. As I said, the Kurt Geiger London, which is Kurt Geiger's most premium section within their own brand. They are such a classic style of boot, and I have tried on so many boots in this style and it's so hard to get the right one. all of it, in my opinion, comes down to the shape of the sort of top section of the shoe. You want it to be, obviously it has to be a round toe, but you want it to sort of be elegant and elongated in a really just elegant and feminine way. I can't quite describe what I mean, but you can even tell online with some of them that they've just not got the right shape to them. These definitely do, and you can see, I think it's the way that it narrows through the toe really gradually, just creates a really beautiful shape and incredibly classic as well. This leather is so soft. This is possibly the softest leather so far. Again, it's just going to give and break in really, really nicely. All leather apart from the fabric here, so you can pull it on and off, as the same as the others. Very small block heel, and I got these in a size 40. They fit true to size. Kurt Geiger for me always runs true to size, so go for your usual size of them. So for the top pair, these are definitely a very coveted style of boot, and I had a lot of questions about whether I was going to be doing these ones. It is the Acne Jensen boots. Now, these have gone up in price since I bought them, which I cannot believe. I got them for £370 a few weeks ago. Literally just checked online to see how much they were, and they've gone up to £410. Make of that what you will. I'm just glad that I got in there before it went up by £40 for no apparent reason whatsoever. But yeah, I don't know why. I hate it when brands do that, but they're now £410. I got them in the smooth leather. You can also get a grained leather. They come in various different colours. I went with the smooth leather, just prefer how it looks, and I like the way, I like scuffed and worn in leather. Maybe that's a weird thing, but I love boots that look loved and worn in, and they just have a certain like character to them, and I love that. And a smooth leather is always going to wear in nicer and get that look quicker than a grained leather, which is much more durable. So depends how you want your shoe to look long term. If you want something to look newer for longer, then the grained one is going to be better. But if, like me, you like a worn in kind of a look to a boot, then go for the smooth one. I think maybe the most recognisable characteristic of the Acne Jensen boots is the really small metal tipping of the toe. Lots of high street brands have taken this on now, but I feel like whenever I see these boots, that's the first thing I always notice, and it's so subtle. Also, it's the shape of this, the fabric section. So all the others have like a round shape, but that one comes down to a point, so it just makes the whole shoe much more angular. Obviously, it's got a pointed toe as well, which contributes to that. They're quite short. Are they shorter than those Kurt Geiger ones? I think that they will be. Yeah, they're quite a short boot. And again, they've got the tab at the back, and it actually says Acne Studios on here. Really subtle though, no one's really going to notice that unless you were this close to them. And a block heel, possibly the highest heel that we have here. Yes, just by the tiniest bit. But again, I still class it as a flat. That's not making it any different to walking whatsoever. True to size for these, I got size 40 and they fit absolutely perfectly. Definitely going for your normal size in these. What else can I say about them? I mean, they're a beautiful boot. They've become a very classic boot. Lots of people have them. Lots of the high street places do similar styles as well now, and they've become very recognisable without being heavily branded, which I do really like about them. And I think it is a little detailing, like the angular section of the fabric bit, the metal point at the end, the things I've mentioned really already, which just make them feel very premium as well, which I do like. However, £410 now. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry I didn't get this up sooner before they put the prices up. That being said about prices, the weekend you're watching this is actually Black Friday weekend, if you're watching it as it's gone up. So if any of these are on sale, then I'll leave codes, things like that in the description box, so hopefully you can get a little bit of money off. But yes, that is the 5 pairs of boots that we have. You know the drill now. I'm going to wear them all over the next week or so, show you how I style them up, and then share my final thoughts with you at the end of the video. Morning guys. Starting off with the Acne ones today. They're comfortable already. I've literally just put them on and they feel comfortable. Got them with relatively thin socks. I'm interested to see as they give whether I can get away with thicker socks under them, because obviously as it gets colder. I've just got the one with the Grlfrnd Jeans from Revolve, this stripy jumper from Under the Stories, my All Saints coat, and this ASOS scarf. This is like my daily uniform around this time of year, and when I'm just nipping out and being a bit lazy with what I'm wearing and stuff, but I really like how it looks, so I guess it's not such a bad thing. And these boots definitely look great. They come up to a really great height. I really like them. I'm going to be walking quite a bit today, and now I've got 2 destinations to walk to, so hoping I'm going to get quite a good idea of just how comfortable these are as well. Okay guys, just walked for about 20 minutes in these. Oh my god, it hurts a lot. The left shoe is perfectly comfortable. The right one has given me a blister. I'm always not sure how much to show in this. Like, does anyone want to see blisters? It's pretty minging. But I have a very big blister on the back of my heel from this one. And I have walked about 20 minutes in these. The left one's perfectly fine. There's not a single point on my foot that hurts. This is killed. I'm not wearing these for the rest of the day because that really hurts a lot. I'll definitely will give them a go again. I'm going to get some Compeed and see if that breaks it in a little bit, because if that one becomes as comfortable as the left one is, then these are very, very comfortable shoes. However, that is one hell of a blister and it hurts. And now all of the boots I wear are going to hurt, which is just the most annoying. Everyone says these boots are comfortable. What the hell? They've given me a blister. Oh yeah, I'll try with Compeed though and see if it makes any difference. But oh god, I'm so glad to get those off. Hey guys, so I've just got back in from wearing the Acne boots for a second day. I've worn them with some Topshop Grlfrnd Jeans, a black turtleneck from Redoute, scarf from COS, and this amazing leather bomber from, so this is not leather at all, velvet bomber from Warehouse. I like how this bomber looks with like really classic pieces, and these boots are definitely classic. So I've got Compeed on the back of my heel. The left shoe has still been perfectly comfortable. There isn't a single point on my foot that this shoe is hurting me. I could go in this shoe all day long. This one isn't hurting any more than yesterday. That's definitely partly because of the Compeed. I can't tell if I've broken them in or if once the blister's gone another one would appear. I can't yet tell. So I think I'm going to have to wait for my foot to heal up and then try them again to see if I've managed to break them in and if they get any comfier. Hey everybody, sorry it's a bit dark and gloomy. It is 4:10 and obviously it's going dark earlier and earlier. Had on the ASOS boots today. I've done quite a bit of walking in them as well. I've been wearing them with some black skinny jeans. Because of the clumpiness of them, I think they look much better with skinnier jeans rather than like girlfriend style. This grey jumper, which is by a brand called Minimum that I got on Zalando, and then this faux fur coat from Redoute. I really have very much enjoyed this outfit. The boots have been super, super comfortable, definitely more comfortable than the Acne ones. I absolutely love how they look. I've had them on with just normal thin socks, but as I discussed at the beginning, the sizing of these has been a bit weird, so my feet are moving around quite a bit in them and I could get away with thicker socks. However, it hasn't made them uncomfortable. It doesn't mean that they've been rubbing or anything like that. The edge of the shoe, because I've pushed my socks under the top of the shoe, is a bit sharp on your ankle, but again, it hasn't rubbed me at all, but potentially it could do on some people. But I'm really chuffed with them. Hey guys, I've got on the Under the Stories boots today. We've just got back and we went out for some Sunday lunch. I'm wearing them with some skinny jeans. Again, they look really nice with skinny jeans. These are the Weekday Tuesday skinny jeans, this striped jumper from Redoute, and then my And Other Stories long coat. I really like how they look. They're kind of a bit different to anything else I've got with the round toe and how heavy they are, but I'm feeling like it's working with my wardrobe so far, so I'm very pleased with them. Really comfortable, absolutely not rubbing at any point whatsoever. I feel like I could walk in these all day long and be absolutely fine, and the grip on them is just so good for like wet miserable days, which we're having a lot of at the moment. So I'm really chuffed with these. I'm really looking forward to wearing them in even more. I think they're just going to get better as they crease and soften up and everything like that, so definitely impressed with these so far. Good morning guys, I'm on my way out to London. I wanted to film before I set off because I know it's going to be dark when I get back, so although I will check in when I get back to let you know how the boots have been. Oh, they've still got the flipping tag on. I'll cut that off in a second. Got the Uquay ones on today. I love how these look so much. Possibly my favourite in the looks department. It's just the length and the slenderness of the shoe. Slenderness? That sounds like a word I have just made up. Anyway, how slim the shoe is makes it so flattering. I really love it. Got it on with my Weekday skinny jeans. I think I wore these the other day, didn't I? These are actually, this whole outfit is from previous testing basics. Skinny jeans, I liked the light wash with these boots because it really shows the height of them, but with black skinny jeans it would definitely be a very chic look. I think you could even make these work for evening. The Isabel Marant turtleneck, which was from that testing basics, and my MSGM Coat from the Coats testing basics. So I really like this outfit. The boots are just an absolute dream, and I'm so pleased with these. I'll let you know how they are comfort wise, go to London today, so I'm going to be doing quite a bit of walking, so they're going to get a really, really good test. Just got back in and I'm filming this instantly because of how badly I need to get this shoe off. Ow. Okay, so that tells you a lot about how these have gone. Oh, Jesus Christ. Similarly to the Acne ones, the left foot is absolutely fine. There is not a single point on that shoe that is rubbing me. But the right foot, oh, that is one hell of a blister. I won't show you, I feel that's just too far. But, woo, that is the worst blister I've had in a long, long time. Oh my God, okay. So it's probably like that big. And it's on the left side of my heel. They've also slightly caught my little toe, but I don't think that's a blister. I think it's just probably a bit red. But this is a major blister. Okay, final boots day. I had on the GEIGER boots today. The blister from the Uquay boots is still pretty nasty, really, and still quite painful. So that exact point is hurting. So I'm just trying to ignore that point and think about the rest of it. The left shoe is absolutely perfect. There is not a point on my foot that is uncomfortable at all. And the rest of the right foot is super comfy too. It's just the point where the blister is. So I do think these are going to be really, really, really comfortable once I haven't got that blister anymore. I can tell the leather is going to give beautifully. It's just creasing in a really, really nice way. I know these are going to look great after a few wears and get that worn-in look that I love. Generally, I love how they look. I love how classic they are. They're just so sophisticated and beautiful. I went for quite a classic outfit because I was feeling the classicness of the boots. I've got on some skinny jeans. Boots like this look fab with skinny jeans. These are from 3x1. A belt from Aritzia, a white knit from Jigsaw, and then a little bit of excitement with my Isabel Marant yellow coat slash blazer thing. But yeah, I really, really like these boots. It's just a shame about the flipping Uquay ones giving me that giant blister. So this has been really, really tricky to put these in order. I love these boots. All 5 pairs I absolutely love. All 5 pairs I recommend. Whatever your price point may be, whichever one you've liked the look of best, I recommend it. They're beautiful, beautiful boots. However, I'm going to put them in order now. We're going to start at the bottom with the Uquay ones. These are probably my favourite looking, you know. I love how these look. I love how classic they are. I think they're a really beautiful boot, but they have to come in last place because of the absolute massive blister these have given me. It's an absolute killer of a blister, one of the worst blisters I've ever had, without a doubt. I still love them. I'm not going to give up on them at all. I'm going to make sure to break them in and think that they will get better as they break in. As I said earlier, the left foot, no point on that shoe was hurting me. It's just the right one. It has kind of really attacked me quite viciously, I feel. But I'm hoping that when they break in more, they'll be more comfortable. They just need now to not come near me while my foot heals up a bit. But for me, it's like the way that they look. I just can't give up on this shoe because it's such a beautiful, beautiful design. So classic, so chic, lovely, lovely soft leather, great quality leather. And yeah, massive, massive thumbs up. Next place, which one should I put next? I'm going to put the Add to the Stories one next, just because they're probably the least exciting out of all of them, and to say they were still over £100, I like the ASOS ones more basically, and they were cheaper, so I think that's why they're going to come in this place. I do still love how they look though, and they're kind of different for me, and I think because of the practicality of them with this sole, I'm actually going to wear them more than I'm expecting right now, especially when it gets really, really miserable. I can imagine that these are going to be the ones that I end up wearing out of practicality more than anything else through the winter. So if you're after a boot that looks good and is practical, definitely these are fabulous. I think they're a good boot for £100. The leather is beautiful, it's really nice and soft. Again, it's going to give and wear beautifully. These are coming in second place, but I still really like them. Right, I'm going to put the GEIGER ones next, but really these next 3 I love equally, but just for quite different reasons. These are an absolutely beautiful boot. The leather is incredibly soft and supple. They're going to give beautifully, and you can already see the creases going over the top of the shoe, and I love that. Is that weird to like that? Do other people like that? Because I really like that. I know I said it at the beginning of the video, but I think they're just going to get better and better. The reason these are so fabulous is because it's such a classic and simple design, and I feel like it's the kind of thing you can hunt and hunt and hunt for and never quite find the right shape. But this for me is the absolute right shape. I love the slenderness through the toe, but it's like a really gradual narrowing, a gradual narrowing, you know what I mean? It's just really elegant basically. Super classic shoe, and for me now this is ticked off these shoes. I won't look for a pair of boots like this again. Because I think that these are completely ticking all the boxes for me. I'm going to put in the next place the Acne Jensen boots. Now, at first, I completely didn't get the hype about these the first time I wore them. Everybody raved about how incredibly comfortable they are, and they gave me a massive, massive blister. So I was like, what the heck? That's a load of rubbish. These absolutely kill. However, I kept on with them. These are probably the pair that I've worn the most. Actually, I've worn them loads more times than the outfits that I've shown you while I've been filming this. Because every day I've been, not every day, but I've been reaching for them very often because they're so easy to wear. They just go with everything. Whatever I'm wearing, if I'm nipping out, I'm like, oh, these will go. And just put them on, and they look absolutely fantastic. So because of that, I have broken them in, and I can confirm that once you break them in, they are incredibly comfortable. And the thing about them that is really impressive, I want to say, is I feel like it molds to your foot. So I can now slip my foot in and out of these without touching it. You know, literally no hands, slip my foot fully in, which you would then think would mean your foot would come out really easily. But it's so snug in just the right way over the top of your foot that it holds your foot perfectly in place. It's really, really weird. I guess it's weird, but it is like it molds to your foot in a really, it's just really good. I really like it. So I'm really impressed with that, and I think that means long term they're just going to get comfier and comfier. This leaves me with the ASOS boots in first place, which I have to put in first place because they've been a great affordable price, and I love them as much as the way more premium brands. So I love them as much as the Acne ones, yet they were over £250 cheaper. So I have to recommend these just so wholeheartedly. I really, really like them. I think that they've been so comfortable, that they've looked really, really great. People have been commenting on my Instagram and stuff and Snapchatting me, saying that they look way more expensive than they actually are. When I said, oh, they're ASOS, people were like, oh, I would never have thought they were ASOS. They look really high end, which I really, obviously that's always a good thing when you've only spent £60 on something. Yeah, I think they're an absolutely great boot. Probably got less longevity than the rest of them because it's more of a statement design. You know, I might not be wearing these next season, whereas all the other ones I can say I'm very likely, if not absolutely definitely, with the Kurt Geiger and the Acne ones, going to be wearing them next season. They're never going to date, they're never going to go out of style. These definitely will date, and I'll definitely tire of them, but they look so great and they're so fun. They just elevate any outfit, still so effortless to wear. You can throw them on with anything too, and it doesn't matter that they're not going to last season after season after season when they were £60, if that makes sense. So I'm really, really chuffed with them. Would definitely recommend. I think they're an absolutely great boot. They just look so flippin' cool, don't they? And more expensive than £60, which is just the best. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed that and found it informative. I will pop a link for some non-leather boot options in the description box in case any vegans are watching. Generally though, if you want to go high-end, Stella McCartney is the one to look for because it's like fully cruelty-free brand. But yeah, I'll have a look online and try and find some links for some options. The next one we're going to do is cashmere, which I am so, so excited about. That'll be up in a couple of weeks. But in the meantime, I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.